Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, my students? Today's lesson about household problems and polite solutions. Before we start our new topic, let's make a quick review of our previous lesson. Last time, we studied how to make and reply to invitation politely and how to choose polite expressions in different situations. Today, we will continue building our skills in polite communication, but in a new daily life context. So, we will connect today's topic with what we learned before. Now, let's start with a small question to activate your background knowledge. Look at this photo and think for a moment. What problems can happen in a house? Great. These ideas will help us during the discussion. Also, prepares your mind for what we will learn today. As you say, something is broken, something is leaking, something isn't working. Today's goal is very clear and practical. You will how to describe household problems and how to give polite solutions. This is something we will all use in real life, especially when you talk to your landlord, your neighbor, or someone who is responsible for fixing things. The subject is useful but for your language and for daily communication. By the end of this lesson, we will be able to identify common household problems, recognize the difference between a problem and a polite solution, use polite expressions to describe a problem and suggest a solution. These objectives cover three levels: knowledge, understanding, and application. And you will practice all of them today. Let's look at a real example to understand the idea. Imagine Susan says, "The oven isn't working." This is the problem. Now think with me, what does she want? Maybe she wants someone to check it or fix it. But how can she ask politely? This example helps us see the difference between the problem itself and the polite request. Now let's learn the key language for today. Problem statements. There are short sentences that describe what is wrong. The oven isn't working. The shower is leaking. The light is broken. There are sentences we use to ask for help politely. For example, could you please check it? I was wondering if someone could fix it. Could you please send the electrician? So, the important skill here is to separate the problem from the polite request. Now, let's try our first activity. You will match each problem with the most suitable polite solution. You have 40 seconds only. This activity checks your understanding of the vocabulary and polite expressions. Good, I can see the most of you match them correctly. Now we will move to a groups discussion. I want you to work in groups, and each group has a specific role. Group A describe the problem. Group B check the information politely. Group C suggest a polite solution. You have 1 minute. Remember, today we focus on polite communication, so use soft tone, clear language, and complete sentences. Yes, very good. Let's look at a short model dialogue. I will play the audio for this dialogue. Please listen carefully to pronunciation, tone, politeness. The dialogue has three parts: the problem, the polite checking question, and the polite solution. Let's record. Listen to this recording.
Recording 20.
Hello, it's Susan from your flat in Arrowa Street. I'm phoning to let you know there's a broken window. We can't close it and it's really cold. Could you please send someone around to fix it? Thanks, bye.
After listening, you will create your own short dialogue following the same structure. Now let's do an individual task. You will choose the most polite solution by scanning the QR code on your screen. You have 20 seconds. This activity counts for 2 marks. Yes, let's see your answers. Yes, good, very good. Most of your answers correctly. Now it's time to create your own dialogue. As a group, you must include one problem, one polite checking expressions, and one polite solution. Group A will describe the problem. Group B will give the polite solution. You have 1 minute to prepare. Then each group will present their dialogue in front of the class. Before we end the lesson, I will ask you some reflection questions. What household problems did we identify today? How can you recognize the difference between a problem and polite solution? What polite expressions did you see? Did you use in your dialogue? Excellent, everyone. Great response. Your answers shows that you clearly understood the difference between problems and polite solutions. So today we learned 3 important skills. We identified common household problems. We recognized the difference between the problems and solution. We used the polite expressions to check information and offer a solution. Excellent job, everyone. For your homework, you will record a 20 to 30 second role play. Your video must include one household problem, one polite checking question, one polite solution. Then uploaded your video to Google Classroom using the rubric provided. Thank you for your attention and participation. Great job today.